Dear friends, Happy New Year. Welcome to Infos. Welcome to our oil and gas training series. This is my 51st video. We are continuing our training on compressor. This is part 8. We are starting from here on positive displacement compressor. Welcome to this video. So in this video we are discussing about positive displacement compressor. So we have already in last 7 sessions we have already discussed about centrifugal compressors. We already completed various details on centrifugal compressor. I hope you have watched that video. Otherwise, please go to my YouTube channel and try to watch and this previous compressors video. So in this video we are discussing about the details of positive displacement compressor. Welcome to this video. Positive displacement compressor. Positive displacement compressors draw in and capture a volume of air or gas in a chamber, then reduce the volume of the chamber to compress the air and gas. Look at that in this side the piston and cylinder is there, the suction valve and discharge valve is there. More details coming on in coming sessions, coming slides. So reciprocating compressors, rotary screw compressors, rotary vane compressor and scroll compressors are all positive displacement compressor. If you remember that one in our compressor type, when we are discussing about that one type of compressor, we discussed in the starting of centrifugal compressor. That time this area dynamic, centrifugal and single stage and multi-stage, we have already studied that one. So in this session we are going to positive displacement. In that one specifically we are going to reciprocating compressors starting from here in this try video onwards. So reciprocating, you can come to reciprocating. We have diaphragm is there, double acting, single acting, piston plunger compressors are there. So we are concentrating on this reciprocating compressors. What are the definitions and construction details and overviews, etc., we are going to study. So in other sessions in the same category of positive displacement, rotary compressors are there. In that case it is subdividing, it is a lobe or screw, liquid ring, scroll, vane, etc., that we will study in later. So we are going to the class on reciprocating compressor. Reciprocating compressors can be either single acting machines or double acting machines. A reciprocating compressor works by a piston moving with a cylinder. If the piston compresses gas in one stroke only, then the compressor called single acting. If the piston compresses gas on both forward and backward stroke, then the compressor is called double acting. So just to have a look at that one single acting reciprocating compressor. This is a suction line and opposite discharge line. This is a suction valve in the blue line and this is a discharge valve in the red color, blue color and red color. And this is the casing of that one head, valve plate and the rings, piston rings are there and piston is there and crankshaft is there and connecting rods are there. These are the basic internal parts or overview of a single acting reciprocating compressor. Let us see that one, what are the details available. See, it's a animation page. So you can see that one how a single acting compressor is working. See, the suction is coming when the downward move and the blue line is entering, the gas is entering, and the upward move it is volume decreasing, pressure increasing and temperature increasing, and discharge valve is opened. When the suction time, only suction valve will open, discharge valve will close. When the suction discharge time, it is discharge will open and suction is closed. Automatically it is working like that one. See that one. This is how beautifully explained a single acting reciprocating compressor is working. In the right side also the same way, it is in a different method, crankshafting, crosshead, piston, connecting rod, suction valve, discharge valve, everything is showing. I hope you will understand very clearly from this animation. Look at that one. Now it is a double acting. What is the difference between double acting? It's a two suction inlet valve is there, two outlet valve is there. When the piston is moving inside the cylinder to and fro, moving that one, both same it is compressing and discharging. And suction and discharge working together. See? And this is the another video connecting from same way. Both the machines entire other parts are also showing. Crankshaft and connecting rod is connected with a connected driving device, and it is the compressor side is this one, this is the other driver side. This is so it is well understanding from a animation picture. So another important information is a cylinder displacement. The capacity of cylinder will depend upon cylinder displacement. Displacement is simply the volume of gas that the piston displaces, moves. This is the piston moving inside the cylinder. The volume is displaced on every stroke of the piston. A single acting compressor operating at 300 rpm will have 300 displacement per minute. A double acting compressor operating at 300 rpm will have 300 into 2 displacement or 600 displacement per minute. So another important information is a clearance. When the compressor piston reaches at the end of its compression stroke, it does not touch the end of the compressor cylinder here. Here not touching that one, and here also there is a space between the piston and the end of the cylinder. This space is called clearance. You can say this is the clearance. See this one. Volumetric efficiency. Compressor volumetric efficiency depends on gas leakage from damaged valves or worn piston ring. In addition, clearance space and the compression ratio across the cylinder must be considered. Actual volume compressed equal to theoretical displacement into volumetric efficiency. So clearance volume into compression ratio is 10% into 3, that is 30% of the volume. Clearance is a loss of compressor capacity, so it is usually designed to be less than 5% of the compressor displacement. Volumetric efficiency includes clearance loss. So another important information is a pulsation. A compressor operating at 300 rpm makes 5 cycles per second. One cycle is equal to suction stroke plus discharge stroke. In each suction stroke lasts a tenth of a second. The gas has only a tenth of a second to flow into the cylinder. Any small restriction in the suction line, suction manifold or suction valves will prevent the cylinder from completely filling with gas. This decreases the capacity of the cylinder. On each stroke, the compressor must fill with the gas on suction stroke, then compress the gas and discharge it on the discharge stroke. Any restriction in the discharge valve, discharge manifold or discharge line will increase the pressure in the cylinder above normal operating pressure. This effect will also decrease the capacity of the cylinder and will cause the cylinder to pound or pulsate. Pulsation can cause mechanical failure of compression parts, especially the valves, connecting pipe. Connecting pipe work is also damaged by the pulsation effect. The effects of pulsation are a reduction in compressor capacity, an increase in power to the driver, an increase in discharge temperature, discharge end pounding, vibration and noise, suction end gasping sound produced by gas surge. To avoid that one, we are providing a chamber in the suction side and discharge, which is called pulsation dampener. See, look at that one. So always providing sufficient volume of gas to complete for the suction and discharge side. It is complete compression is taking place and then it is discharging. And discharge also there is a suction discharge dampener is there, pulsation dampener is there, so providing continuous flow to the discharge line. So to prevent pulsation problems, special pulsation dampers or bottles are installed in the compressor piping. See, look at that one in the here the pulsation dampener, and the pulsation dampers functions as a surge tank to smooth out the flow of the gas entering or leaving the compressor. So this is the important point. The pulsation damper functions as a surge tank to smooth out of the flow of the gas entering or leaving to the compressor. Here it is there. Pulsation is reduced by decreasing the speed of the compressor. If you can reduce the speed of the compressor, that way also we can reduce the pulsation. This is the compressor, the positive displacement reciprocating compressor normal flow details. See, inlet scrubber will be there to remove the liquid, and compressor is there, and cooler will be there, and a discharge side knockout drum will be there. And like suction scrubbers also we have to discuss to understand that one. Most gases contain small amount of liquid. Often this liquid is in droplet so small that it cannot be seen by human eye. During the process, small droplet combine to form larger droplet, and the larger droplet combine until there is definitely a liquid present. A suction scrubber is fitted to the compressor suction pipeline as near to the compressor inlet as possible. Then the suction scrubber has filter elements. Sometimes the scrubber inlet scrubber using some filter elements built into it and divided into two sections, the gravity section and the filter section. This is the gravity section and this is the filter section. Gas enters the scrubber at the filter section and passes through the cartridge filter element. The filter element will remove solid material from the gas as well as liquid. Any solid will be trapped in the filter elements. As lot of the liquid will be removed from the gas on the outside of the filter elements and will collect in the bottom of the filter section of the scrubber. In the liquid will be removed from the bottom of the filter section of the scrubber under level control. The gas passes from the filter section of the scrubber due to the gravity section. It will go like that one. The gravity section works as the same way as in the simple scrubber shown in the figure. There is an inlet diverter where the gas stream enters the gravity section and a mist extractor where it leaves. Liquid removed from the gas collect in the base of the gravity section and removed under level control. So thanks for watching this video. Definitely we will going to the advanced chapters of information on positive displacement and reciprocating compressor in coming videos. Thank you.